Welcome to the shooting show. This week we bring you a bumper bag of pigeons from Essex gamekeeper Geoff Garrod and Eley's finest Andy Norris. Plus Richard Atkins reviews a fast handling semi-auto from Benelli.
From every direction.
That wood there's a lot come out of there. So, and also, you know, with the wind. Well, we're on winter rape, and as you'll see during the day, it's been quite hit hard from the obviously pigeons. The problem we've got here, we've got a footpath at the bottom of the field. We've got a public road along the other end of the field, and we've got an open end on the right hand side. The only way to have a, I mean, I've shot this field obviously quite a few times. The only way to deal with this field is to put a bale hide out. So about a week, 10 days ago, I come out here, put a heap of bales out, just didn't make the hide, I just put them in a heap and just left them here. I've got some Desert Storm camo netting, and then this morning we've come here, we've got Andy Norris from Eley, come and have a go with us.
Just like the real thing.
They look like the real things, they are actually. Yeah.
Who makes those then?
I'll make them up myself. Yeah.
Haven't shot pigeons for years. In my younger day, I used to spend many a Saturday afternoon in a hide shooting, but it's probably 15 years ago now. When the opportunity presented itself for an invitation from Geoff, who we now sponsor. As everybody knows, Geoff is a well-known professional gamekeeper and pigeon shooter. So who better to test your products for you and help try and improve them if there is any room for improvement. We're shooting Eley pigeon, which is, this particular one is a 32 gram fibre wad, 65mm or 67mm case, 6.5 shot. It's proven to be a very, very successful product for us, for both professional shooters and, you know, weekend shooters, people who just like to do it for fun. It functions freely through the Brownings semi-auto. Shooting the Browning Maxus, this is my own Maxus. When I looked for something I wanted something for goose shooting and for pigeon shooting, this was the gun of choice. And he just missed. Geoff also is using a Maxus. When we said we wanted a pair of Brownings, it wasn't quite what we had in mind. But these are a good
Shot.
A good reliable semi-auto. I can use anything in this, from 2.5-inch paper case cartridges right the way up to a 3.5-inch steel shot Magnum. I fitted mine with the new Coulson extended ported choke tube, which is only a quarter choke, but if you're shooting over decoys like we are here, it should be perfectly adequate. I think I might lend it to Geoff.
Don't start that crap. There's another one there, Andy. Look, come in. Let him come right in. Let's come right in. It's just in front there. Let's see him. Let him come in. Let him come in.
That's 4 down.
Yeah, some coming here. Look. Here come one. Look, right in the deeks now. Look, in the deeks there. Look, in the deeks.
Andy's got off the mark quickly and is doing so well that he's already close to exhausting the first box of Eley pigeons. Geoff's generously letting his guest have most of the shooting, but it's not long until he gets on the scorecard too. Now things can really get going.
Yep, here comes one.
Right in the deeps now, look.
Yeah.
Well done.
With a few more birds dropping to the twin Brownings semi-autos, things are looking promising so far for a big bag.
One coming in down. There's one there. One coming in down here. There.
So far, fingers crossed, things are looking promising. We've been here probably half an hour, and I think we've probably shot, there's some more coming in there, probably shot about 20, 25 pigeons, and they're decoying in an absolute dream at the moment. So, but always got to be wary with rape, because we know what rape pigeons are like. You know, you could get 20 minutes and then they disappear. But so far, fingers crossed, things looking fairly good. Good boy, look at it. Leave it. Come here, heel, heel.
Yeah, well, you've got to keep looking in, because you don't never know where they're going to be, do you? Hey, hey, hey.
Andy, Andy, over the deeps, over the...
That's another one on the ground thanks to some nifty teamwork. Geoff and Andy are turning out to be a crack duo.
Might have missed that bit.
Our decoying in here as good as I've had them decoy all year. They're coming from the town, over the town, onto the field, swinging up a little bit of a valley, straight into the decoys. We're both shooting well, killing. I think now we probably must be pushing the 40 to 50 mark. You know, things are going really well. When they're decoying like this, you know, you should kill them, which is what we're doing today at the moment. So, yep, first hour and a half, fingers crossed things have gone right. And again, fingers crossed that it will carry on for the rest of the afternoon. Looking at the moment like a good day is going to happen. Can't see now. Let them come in. There's one coming in here. Let them come right. No, too far, way too far. When you're in like a bushy hide or a field hide or up a hedge, you've normally got a bit of shelter from the side, so you can sort of creep up. But with a bale hide, you've got nothing. So as you get above the net, they're going to be looking at you straight away. So sometimes, if you mistime it wrong, get up that little bit earlier, they've twisted, they've gone, like I say, they're, instead of 20 yards, they're 40, 50 yards going away strong. So we just need to let them get right over that pattern before we make a move. Just keep still.
Wait till 5-3,
hang on.
Well, they're certainly coming in.
Even an unexpected disturbance can't put Andy off his shooting.
Hello. Hello. That's where you want to be, getting up now. They'll come right in, they're kind of, yeah, that front one, right in the deeks now, look. Yeah, I do. Still more coming, look, still coming, look, Andy. In the deeks now, look, in the deeks now, look.
We've been here for a couple of hours and the pigeons aren't quite coming in at the same rate now.
One coming over there, look. Coming in front there, look.
Yep.
But the boys are displaying good shooting to pick them off as and when they decoy in.
Well done.
Look. Where?
Just right in front. Just swinging to the deeks now. Hang on. Go on. Go on, go. Okay. Let them come right in.
There you go. Nice shot. That's not a bad shot for you.
No, I occasionally pull one out the bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, some here, look, come to the left, look.
Not these.
Here he comes.
He's here to stay.
Get back, go on, get back.
We must be approaching the elusive 100 mark, and Geoff's clearly feeling the pressure to make 3 digits, as he pauses for one last rearrangement of the pattern.
Leave it.
Then it's back into the hide for another round.
Come on. Good boy, come in. We've got some coming up here, look, James. One coming here, look.
See him? That's a nice one.
And with more opportunities presenting themselves, it looks like the new decoy pattern has worked.
There's one. We're swinging in from the left, right, look, see him?
Yeah. Couple behind him as well. Just wait a sec.
There's one coming in here, look.
Just better dive in now, Geoff.
Yeah, yeah.
The going's still good, but rape pigeons can take off at any moment and leave you with nothing. So you've got to take your chances while you can. Luckily, they don't show any signs of disappearing just yet.
Yep.
No, look, they might come in.
Yeah, they're coming.
They're coming up here.
What are they doing?
Huh?
Does that fall?
Second one did.
Yeah.
First one's, I think it's crashed down out there somewhere. Yeah. 2 in front, swinging around, coming at the deeks. Look.
Yeah, I see him.
One in front there, definitely coming in. Shot! Cracking shot.
I was rather pleased with that one myself.
Yeah.
I put it down to the superior tuition I've received this morning.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'd have thought I'd got up and shot that one. That's such a good one.
Well, it just goes to show. I always said it was easy with Eley.
Absolutely, mate. You haven't killed nothing better than that today.
Suitably pleased with himself, Andy gets back to it, hoping to get a few more in the bag before close of play.
One low one coming in.
Here's mine.
Shot. Full of deep corner.
That's it. There. Bit. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh, what a shot! Oh, lovely. Come on, in you go.
Soon the fateful moment arrives and the incoming pigeons dry up, leaving us with nothing left to do but pack up. Usually by now we're asking how big the bag is, but today there's a bigger question at stake. Geoff or Andy, who shot more? As it turns out, Andy is narrowly ahead, and as Geoff brings in the pickup, Andy takes the chance to tip the scales in his favour by just one more bird.
Well, we just had a count up and we picked up 94, which very pleased with. start of the day, the pigeons just come in an absolute dream, didn't they? They were just steaming in here, you know, coming right into the decoys. Everything was working really good. We shot well today, both using the Browning Maxes. And dinner time, about sort of 2 o'clock time, things started to dry up a little bit, and we noticed that the pigeons that were coming to us suddenly made another flight line and were going to the back of the wood in the other direction there, where there's another field of rape which is not ours, and that took a lot of the traffic away for the afternoon. We still kept getting the odd 1 or 2 coming in, but it took the bulk of the traffic away. And then about 3:45, we just had a major hailstorm, which basically signalled the end of the day. But all in all, I think, you know, pick up 94 and for them to decoy like they've done was a good day. It's a little bit frustrating that we fell 6 short of the magical 3-figure, which is in the pigeon shooting world, it's always nice to get that 3-figure number. But I think under the circumstances and what we've had come in, I think we've done well to shoot 94. Pleased with it. You know, especially on rape. This time of year on rape is always a hard thing to do. So all in all, we've had a good day.
Geoff and Andy there doing a superb job on the crop protection front. And now it's the Shooting Show news.
This is the Shooting Show news. The Basque Gamekeepers Fair has grown yet again. That's the impression we got as we toured the aisles at Captain Park over the weekend, with shooting lessons, gun dog displays and cookery classes keeping the punters interested. Basque's Steve Bloomfield told us why the fair is a crucial date in the calendar for so many keepers.
It started with about 100 gamekeepers having a few lectures and talks on a clay shoot afterwards. It's angled in April, so when it's quiet for them. And the main thing is it's somewhere where they can come and actually see and handle and pick up and talk to reps and things to do with their business. We try and keep it focused on what gamekeepers and their families want to see, so we don't sort of, you know, go into sort of fun fairs and things like that. But we like to have a lot of things for stalkers and the gamekeepers and the gun dogs and things like that. So they've got something to see, their families have got something to do, and the general public can come and learn a little bit about shooting, conservation and what gamekeepers actually get up to.
There's a grouse count taking place on the hill, not in Scotland but in Wales, where conservationists are recording the numbers of red grouse in the Brecon beacons. There are an estimated 155,000 pairs of red grouse in Britain, but very few in Wales, which experienced sharp population declines after the mid-70s. But early indications from this year's count are that they haven't declined any further. New figures indicate that bird of prey crime in Scotland has fallen once again. There were 19 recorded offences in 2014, down from 23 the year before. The Scottish Gamekeepers Association said it was delighted at the fall in crime, which is said was down to a lot of hard work, frank talking and education by the organisation. Read more like this in Modern Gamekeeping magazine. British target shooter Ken Parr has launched an appeal to find his Commonwealth medal, which was stolen from his home on the 2nd of April. He won 2 silver medals at the 2010 Commonwealth Games in Delhi, then added another bronze to his tally in Scotland last year. It's that recent medal that was stolen from his home. He's since appeared on BBC News to make an appeal for its return. And finally, the results of the farmland bird count for 2015 are out. And it's no surprise to find that wood pigeons were the most counted birds on farmland, with more than 40,000 spotted during the 9-day count. Starling, rook, fieldfare and chaffinch made the rest of the top 5. The count was organised by the GWCT and saw 950 farmers take part. That was the Shooting Show news.
Richard Atkins, here today with Clay Shooting magazine at Park Farm, Ombersley, where we're trying out and testing the latest Benelli Raffaello Powerbore. Whoa. It has a number of features that move on from previous models. Perhaps the first and most obvious is this new butt pad, which progressively decelerates. It's called the progressive comfort. So within that stock is quite a complex set of polymer vanes which absorb the energy according to the power of the recoil. So it's gun to use despite it being really quite light. The stock of the Powerbore, not only is it a rather nice piece of wood as you see, it has inset a rubber insert for the cheek piece. The pistol grip is a comfortable competition radius, a little bit more reach than some for my small hand, so I'm just on the trigger, but if your hand's a little bigger it'll fall more into it. And it has a small palm swell too. It's quite modest, but you can just feel it there, so the feel is good. But it's not gas operated, it relies on the inertia generated when a cartridge is fired to basically compress a spring in the bolt which releases it, and the extra inertia throws it the rest of the way back, and on the way forward picks up another cartridge from the magazine and puts it into battery in the chamber. The inertia models have a rotary locking bolt, which is again proven very efficient, quick in operation, very reliable, very few moving parts. Having no gas coming through the system, it keeps remarkably clean, keeping maintenance down to a minimum. The trigger guard is of the modern polymer style, not masses of room, but you're not going to take this on the foreshore with big heavy gloves on. When the bolt is forward and you pull it back without it being fired, whether there's a cartridge in there or not, you need to depress that locking lever, which will then hold it back. But when you're loading it in use, you would drop one cartridge in the breech, drop this forward, and then you depress the carrier, which goes down without need to press any other button, so that you can just load the next two cartridges, all UK semi-autos on shotgun certificate being restricted to 3 shots. That's 2 in the magazine, 1 in the chamber. And it has a thoughtful red anodized cap within here, so that you can see there are no cartridges remaining. It's a very sleek design with an aluminium alloy high strength receiver, machined to accept a hood, nice contrasting colours, so you've got the black machined hood and the brushed silver finish on the action, which is simply sort of understated but probably quite nice for that. Not a fan of excessive engraving on semi-autos. I think that looks tasteful. They've got a novel rib on here which makes the overall weight of the gun even lighter. It appears to be a carbon fibre stroke graphite rib, the sort of material you build parts for Formula 1 cars out of, and used to be used on spaceships and the likes, where it came from. Very light, very strong, and pinned to here. So a sort of a just over a game width. Thoughtfully has a centre small bead as well as an optic fibre foresight. The muzzle takes the multi-chokes, of which a set are supplied. These are of the style to suit the Powerbore, this model being called the Powerbore because it in fact has a smaller bore diameter than has become the norm of late, where overboring and larger than standard size bores has become fashionable. But the Powerbore, interestingly, has taken this the other way and gone back to a standard size of bore in the barrel. I've had mixed fortunes today, more down to me than the gun. The gun handles very easily. It's light, it's quite well balanced for a semi-auto, and it comes up into the face nicely. Cheek drops on the stock, and looking at the target, you are aware on a day like this where the sun is hitting that optic sight, it's quite bright, but you've got to remember to concentrate on the target. It handles very quickly because it is light. It's a quick handling gun, and on some of the targets that are whizzing through, it's easy to catch them up. You've got to mind you don't overtake them. In the past, I have sometimes felt inertia guns gave me a little bit more of a push than a gas gun, and I can only take it that the combination of the latest systems and this progressive comfort butt pad has gone a long way to make this a smooth shooting gun despite being light. I've used a mixture of targets. On the longer ones I was using Eley Superbs, and on the medium ones we used a mixture of Eley Firsts, which actually did the job remarkably well. We had a high percentage of kills. I also used some Eley Blues, which of course are a good clubman cartridge. I didn't notice which ones were 24 and 28, and they obviously cycled because we haven't had a jam all day. It's a sleek gun, you can't help but notice that, and the combination of this stylish smooth lines of this receiver and the stock and the slim forend just makes it look sort of svelte. Italian designers, of course, style is what they're known for, and it's certainly there, but as is practicality. A quality gun that's going to cost you rather more, but when you look closely at it, you begin to see why that is.
Well, that's it for this week. Thanks for watching. Please like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. And if you're not a member of BASC, it's time to join now. BASC, looking after your sport, looking after you.